Hello viewers, I am Jai Pandit. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will be discussing gate characteristics of SCR. By the end of this lecture, students will be able to interpret gate characteristics of SCR and design gate circuit parameters from gate characteristics. Before starting the gate characteristics of SCR, there are two important questions which we should address in this discussion. The first question is, what are these gate characteristics? And the second question is, why these gate characteristics are given so much importance? So, the answer to the first question, what are the gate characteristics? We know that whenever we want to turn on the SCR, we have to maintain the gate at a voltage higher than that of cathode so that the junction J3 becomes forward biased. As the junction J3 becomes forward biased, conduction will start from gate to cathode. Now, since this is a single junction which is getting forward biased, the characteristics of the gate can be said as similar to that of a PN junction diode. And indeed it is. The gate characteristics are similar to that of the diode as both have single PN junction. Now that the first question is answered, what is the importance of this gate characteristics? The gate characteristics are of very much importance because gate characteristics provide us the information regarding the signal that we should have to provide, to the gate for turning on the SCR. This information includes the voltage level of the signal, current level of the signal, shape of the signal. In other words, we can say gate characteristics provide us the limits for the selection of operating point of the gate so as to achieve safe and successful triggering. Here, the last two words are more important, safe and successful. Why safe? Because if the gate is damaged because of the signal that we are providing to the gate, then your SCR is of no use. And successful triggering, because if the SCR is not triggered in that particular instant, then the controlling would not be possible. Here we are not talking about seconds of operation, but we are talking about microseconds and millisecond level of operation. SCR has to get triggered at that particular instant when you want it to get triggered. You cannot afford to have a mal operation. Hence, successful triggering is having equal importance to that of safe triggering. So let us start with the gate characteristics. So our first terminology from the gate characteristics is the non-trigger gate voltage or VNG. VNG is the voltage below which the SCR gate will never get triggered. This voltage indicates the maximum noise voltage which will not trigger the SCR. That means whenever we are designing the gate circuit, we have to make sure that our noise voltage should be maintained below the voltage level of VNG. Now what will happen if we maintain the noise voltage higher than that of VNG? If the noise voltage goes higher than that of VNG, then there is a chance that SCR may get triggered, and this triggering would cause maloperation of the circuit. Hence, as we are not expecting any maloperation, we want safe and successful operation. The noise voltage should always be maintained below VNG. Another values are Vg max and Ig max. These values indicate the safety of gate. These are the maximum voltage and current levels that can be supplied to the gate terminal. For safe operation of SCR, these values are of utmost importance. Next values are Vg minimum and Ig minimum. For successful triggering of SCR, these values are of more importance. If the gate voltage or current are less than that of Vg minimum or Ig minimum, then chances of successful triggering are very low. Hence, always the gate voltage and gate current should be maintained higher than that of the values of Vg minimum and Ig minimum. The curves OA and OB represent the maximum and minimum temperature characteristics of gate. These curves are providing us with the temperature limits for the operation of gate. Hence, now for safe operation of SCR and for successful triggering, we need to operate above this OA curve and below the OB curve. At the same time, the voltage and the currents should be higher than the Vg minimum and Ig minimum lines. The maximum power dissipation inside the gate is represented by PG average curve as shown in the figure. This PG average curve is typically a rectangular hyperbola. This indicates the maximum power handling capacity of the gate. If the operating point of the gate is maintained above the PG average curve in this region, then there is a chance that SCR will get permanently damaged. Hence, for the safety of SCR and for the safety of our circuit, we have to always maintain the operating point below the PG average curve, that is maximum power dissipation curve. Now here we can see the boundary conditions for operation of SCR gate. The dark lines provide us the boundary conditions. We cannot go beyond these boundary conditions for the operation of gate. These limits are, if these limits are exceeded on the higher side, then SCR may get destroyed, and if these limits are exceeded on the lower side, then SCR may not get triggered. Hence, we have to follow these limits very strictly. Now for designing the gate circuit from the gate characteristics, first we need to understand what this gate circuit comprises of. The gate circuit is shown in the figure. Here what we are having is the supply voltage ES, this gives supply to the gate circuit. Then we are having gate terminal, cathode terminal. Voltage from gate to cathode is represented by Vg. Next we are having resistance Rg. Resistance Rg, which is also termed as the gate resistance, is used for limiting the gate current supplied to the gate. Now for this particular circuit, if we apply KVL in this loop, the equation from KVL that we will be getting is ES is equal to Rg into Ig plus Vg. This is the source. ES is equal to Rg multiplied by Ig, which is the voltage drop across the resistance Rg, plus the voltage from gate to cathode represented by Vg. From this equation, the selection of Rg would be given as Rg is equal to ES minus Vg divided by Ig. Now let us try to see how this equation is placed in our characteristics. Now Rg, we can say it is a ratio of voltage and current. Voltage is the difference between source voltage and actually your gate voltage, and current, that is the gate current. So in these characteristics we can say Rg is the slope of the line drawn from point ES towards the x-axis. In the figure, line OP represents the magnitude of gate source voltage, that is ES. Now if our operating point is Q, that means Ig is equal to Ig minimum and Vg is equal to Vg minimum, then the value of Rg, that is the gate resistance, would be given by substituting these values of Vg minimum and Ig minimum in this equation of Rg. We get Rg maximum is equal to ES minus Vg minimum divided by Ig minimum. Now why we are calling this as Rg maximum? We are calling this resistance as the maximum gate resistance because we know if we are increasing the resistance in the circuit, then the current through that circuit will go on reducing. If current to the gate goes below Ig minimum, then if current to the gate goes less than Ig minimum, then our SCR will not be successfully triggered. Hence, for successful triggering of SCR, the value of gate current should be minimum equal to Ig minimum, or it should be higher than Ig minimum. Hence, the maximum gate resistance that can be included in the circuit is Rg maximum. For ensuring the fast and successful triggering, the operating point of the gate characteristics should be nearer to the PG average curve, that is the maximum power dissipation curve. What this will do is, because your operating point in this region, the gate current and the gate voltage supplied to the gate will be very much higher than that of the Vg minimum and Ig minimum values. Hence, the triggering operation will be fast and it would be successful. Thus, we are selecting the load line in such a way that the line is acting as a tangent to this PG average curve. So, the line is represented by line PR. Now, for safety of the device, we cannot select the point of operation exactly on the PG average curve. Why? Because if in any case the supply voltage goes higher than that of ES, then the operating point will be crossing the PG average curve, and if the PG average curve is crossed, then the power dissipation through the gate will be higher than its limited value and gate may get permanently damaged. Hence, a point little lower than that of the PG average curve is selected as the operating point. According to that point, we have selected line PS as our load line. The slope of the line PS would be representing the value of gate resistance to be used in the gate circuit. Thus, in this discussion, we have seen gate characteristics of SCR and selection of gate resistance based on the gate characteristics. These are some references which we have used for preparing this presentation. If you like this video, please hit the like button and do subscribe to our channel for more updates. Thank you.